What the...
Max, no. Max, it's what he'll want you to do. Come on.
I've seen the kid for that fence.
I know, yeah.
Think they get on?
You could say that. Nikki, this was only supposed to be a trial period. I haven't even told Roger.
Well, I won't unpack everything. It was just easier to move everything out in one go rather than in dribs and drabs.
What did your dad say?
I haven't told him yet.
Well, Nikki, what's Rod going to say if your dad comes round making a fuss?
I will tell him. I've just got to find the right moment, that's all.
It's no joke, you know.
I know, but keep it in proportion. What goes up can come down.
And it will, make no mistake about it. He doesn't realise what he's taken on. Could mobilise the whole of the table against him. I've got planners, solicitors, town hall officials, councillors. Here, Kenny Ford was elected the other day. Thinking of making him my vice when I'm chairman next year. Dixon, you don't know what you've taken on.
Max, calm down. It's just a wind-up. He must know it can't stay like that. Probably expected you to tear it down yourself.
Yeah, I would have done if you hadn't have stopped me.
Exactly, then he'd have won, wouldn't he? Honestly, Max, you're above petty neighbourhood quarrels. Don't let him drag you down to his level.
Yes, of course, you're right. No. If he thinks he's got to me, then he's won. Now, the way to do this is to fight him at my level, at my game. But he must have stood on my land when he painted the damn thing. I'm going to see if he's dripped any paint.
Max, stop it. Play it cool. Anyway, we have other things to discuss.
Oh, yeah, like what?
Like my job offer. You have no job, I have two.
Oh, that.
Oh, that? Oh, only the biggest career leap I'm ever likely to get. And you're more concerned about a petty row with a neighbour.
You can hardly call a red 8-foot fence petty, Patricia.
He put it up in a day, he can take it down in less. Now, can we please change the subject and discuss our future?
I thought we decided.
You decided that's different.
But you agreed.
I agreed that it wouldn't be straightforward, but I didn't dismiss it out of hand.
London, I mean, who the hell wants to live in London?
About 8 million people at the last count. Granted, not all of them stay by choice, but I guess the vast majority do.
Well, a lot of firms are moving out. Where would I get a job?
Well, that didn't bother you a lot last week.
All my contacts are up here. Can't just expect us to up and leave and step into the unknown.
I'm quite sure the round table extends to London, Max.
Yes, of course it does, but they're not my sort of people.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You can get on with anybody if you want to.
Moving north to south just isn't practical at the moment. Or in our lifetime, if the truth be known.
Well, whatever happened to your upwardly mobile ambitions?
They are tempered with common sense. Look, it's an aggressive buyer's market. We get screwed when we sell this up here and screwed when we buy one down there.
Not an issue with the wage I'd be getting.
Margaret wouldn't be able to go.
Why ever not?
Well, because she'd hate it down there. Then we'd be faced with the trauma of getting Thomas settled to a new nanny. Well, you're working goodness knows what hours.
Surely it's up to Margaret to decide whether she'd want to come or not. Ah.
What?
I bet I know what your main objection to moving really is.
What?
You think you'd lose face in front of the neighbours.
Rubbish.
You think if we moved in the near future, it would look as if Ron Dixon had beaten you.
Absolute rubbish. You think that I would ever consider a family like that next door influencing our future?
Yes.
Then you don't know me very well.
And you don't know me very well if you think I'd pass up a job offer like that without giving it a great deal of serious thought.
I wouldn't be able to see my kids.
Not much more than 2.5 hours on the train. Well, think about it, eh?
Have you paid last year's poll tax yet?
Oh, God, you sound like me dad. Anyway, they're not going to catch me here, are they?
Listen, Nikki, if you're going to stay as a proper lodger, everything's got to be above board. You tell your dad where you are, and I don't want you bringing trouble to the door. Remember what our Rod does for a living?
All right, I'll get it sorted. Should I, unpack?
Yeah, you might as well, seeing as you're here.
Good. And then I can tell you my secret.
What secret?
The one where I'm going to have a lot of laughs. Right, I'll give you the clue. Number 3. If a fella comes up to you in a pub and starts to chat you up, but you fancy his mate, what would you do?
You're going on blind date.
Yeah?
Why?
For a lot of laughs, that's why. And not that I've been accepted yet, but I've got to go to a hotel in town for an interview with loads of other people. And then if they like me, I'm on to the next stage.
What's that then, a lobotomy?
No, if they like me, I get on the show.
Nikki, what possessed you?
Well, I want to be famous, that's why. And my dad hates the show, so I can't wait to see his face when I'm on it.
Hang on, well, how will you see his face if you're on it?
Because I'll video it. Oh, fame at last. Oh, can you just imagine me on the television? Hey, I could even meet the man of my dreams.
Well, I don't know how anyone could dream about anyone who goes on blind date.
Hang on a minute. I think you're a little bit jealous there.
Yeah, I think you're a little bit mental as well. When will you know, anyway?
Couple of weeks or months. Hey, will you come with me? It'll be in London and it'll be brilliant. We'll have a laugh.
I've been to London, Nikki, and I didn't have a laugh.
I know, yes, but this time it'll be different because you'll be with a star.
Oh, yeah, I can just see Scylla trailing around the clubs with us.
No, not Scylla, me. Once you've appeared on the television, once, the door's open for you. I mean, there's at least 10 million people watching. Oh, God, I might even meet some gorgeous fella.
Nikki, you're off your head.
I know, yeah, but it's going to be great. Just great.
Sorry to disturb you. I've got to nip out.
That's all right.
Only for an hour or so. Do you want a drink or something before I go?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Okay. I'll get one of the neighbours to pop in and make sure you're all right.
I'm all right, honest I am, Josie.
Anything you want while I'm out?
Not a thing, love. I've got everything I need.
Okay, then. You know you've only got to ask, don't you?
I know.
See you later, then. I'll leave the key with one of the neighbours and get them to pop in, so don't worry.
Will you run us down the Oxfam shot later when I sorted all this lot out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hiya, Josie, come in.
I'm not stopping. Hiya, Frank.
Hi, Josie.
I just need a favour.
Oh, of course, if I can.
I'm nipping to town, but I got our Auntie Lou stopping with us, convalescing from an operation. I said it'd be an hour, but I think I'll be double that. Do you think you can nip in about half an hour and then just make sure she's all right?
Yeah, of course I
Oh,
will. Go
thanks a lot. I'll ask Dee Dee to nip in half an hour after that, and perhaps Tracy Corker if she's in.
Oh, I think she is. Hey, you seen this fence?
Try missing it. This is the Farnhams, right? Put them in their place.
Except it's filling the close with more than the usual Dixon's rubbish.
Yeah, but I think it's a gesture more than a serious fence. I take it down once the message has been driven home.
Hope so.
I'd love a grandstand seat for that confrontation, wouldn't you?
What?
Be great. Okay, then. See you, Frank.
See you, Josie.
Half an hour.
Right. Whoops. See you, Josie.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
I see you've been busy while we were away.
Well, you've noticed then, have you?
Oh, noticed? Oh, yes, we noticed, all right. Soon as we drove into the close, as a matter of fact, I said to Patricia, I said, oh, look, Ron Dixon's built a fence. And she looked and she said, oh, yes, so he has.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Good. You think it's good for what? The environment? House prices? Peace on earth? The fostering of friendly, neighbourly relations?
I think it's good for me and my family because that way we can forget who lives next door.
Well, you don't think it's going to stay up, do you?
You don't think I'd have built it if I didn't, did you?
I'll tell you what, Max, mate. I don't think I could put up with that if I lived here permanently.
Yes, well, thanks for your opinion, but I think we can deal with the problem as permanent residents.
Tell you what, Ron. Don't do things by halves, do you?
You know, I can't believe that your wife condones this action. And what do you think of your husband's erection, Mrs. Dixon?
Max, you wanted on the phone.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, Max fine and my neighbours. It's all going off over there.
That wardrobe's bigger than it looks. I'll fit all my clothes in. Hiya, Barry.
What do you want anyway?
Any messages on the answer machine?
Yeah, there was one from Sam Bishop.
All right, so I'm going to meet him now anyway. Any more?
No? What do you think this is, an answering service?
Even though she's taken on another telephonist.
Yeah, Nicky's staying for a few weeks just to see if things work out.
And then I'll be permanent.
Is your rod now?
No, not yet.
Well, he's just told me Tomo was moving in.
You winding us up?
No. I mean, he might be winding me up so I don't doss down on the couch or something, but that's what he said. Anyway, listen, Sage, can I just use your bathroom a minute before the rush starts?
Yeah, go on. You were here first.
Hey, it might be nice having Tomo around there.
Oh, yeah, great.
Solve all your problems doing that, eh?
A million in the old skyrocket wouldn't do any harm.
No. What would you do about our Sammy if you won the pools?
She'd get a share. I'm not that hard.
I think she'd be happy if you just went round there for a visit.
Let's leave it, eh?
Oh, but I don't like to see you unhappy. It's affecting all of us, you know, Frank. It isn't necessary.
There's no easy solutions, Chris. Now Katie's growing up.
Yeah, I know. They all are. Just happens there's nothing you can do about it. Katie's been to see Sammy, you know.
To her, it's all so straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, well, isn't it?
Chrissy's 20 years older than her.
I know. You don't have to keep telling me how old he is. But it's not her fault. It's not anybody's fault. People fall in love, Frank. It happens. At least he's not married.
I know this doesn't sound right, but I'd sooner he was her age and married. I could take that.
Oh, you could you?
Yeah, I could.
Don't you think it's rather selfish of you?
Well, maybe it is. But at least I'm being honest about it. What else do you want me to say?
I want you to look at it from Sammy's point of view. You know, from what I can tell, he's a really nice man. All right, he's older than her, but that's not the most important thing. And just as a matter of interest, Frank, what is the cut-off point for age?
Don't be silly.
I am not being silly, I'm being serious. Is it 2 years? 3, 5, 7, 10, 12?
I don't know. You can't look at it like that.
But you are looking at it like that. What other objection have you got to him?
I don't know. I don't know enough about him. We should be united on this, you know.
Meaning I should agree with you even though I don't?
Chris, I don't want to argue yet. I just want to finish my pools. Hello? Hello, Sammy? Sammy, is that you? Sammy, if you want to talk to me, talk to me. Sammy!
He's violating planning permission, he's contravening the lease, which states the close should always be deemed as open plan, and he's also, quite possibly, creating a nuisance. He hasn't got a leg to stand on.
Exactly, so what's the point in squaring up to him physically?
I'm not afraid of him.
I know, that's what frightens me. Why don't you just let the authorities sort him out?
The wheels are in motion.
Good. How'd you fancy living in Clapham?
Must you? Now?
I think we should open a dialogue on this. Look, I'll tell you what. Why don't you write down all the disadvantages of moving to London and I'll write down all the advantages. Then at least we'll have a document for discussion. Scared I might win hands down.
I don't think you should reduce our future to a childish game.
Max, it's a serious offer. It's got to be dealt with seriously.
Why does life have to be so complicated?
Guess the alternative's pretty dull. Become a hermit, run away to a monastery, spend the rest of your life watching TV quiz shows. Okay, it's a luxury problem, but it does have to be dealt with.
All right, I'll get the pens and paper. But there's nothing binding in the result, mind.
At least it's a start.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to disturb
Frighten
you.
the life out of me. Who are you?
I'm Chrissy Rogers. I'm Josie's next-door neighbour.
Oh.
I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm sorry. Is there anything you want?
No, love, nothing, thanks. Absolutely nothing. Josie takes too much of my needs.
OK, well, if you're sure, I'll get off and leave you in peace.
So, why did you want me to meet you here, Sam?
Well, it's my latest place. Why not?
Yeah, but why did you want me to meet you here? You know, surely not just to show off your latest acquisition.
Oh, no. I just wondered where you got to with the theme park.
Things are going very well. Especially since you're coming in as key tenant.
Glad to hear it. The idea's a winner.
Well, that's the problem, actually. If the idea's such a winner, somebody must have had it before. I mean, they must have come up against problems, mustn't they?
Never let that stop you. There's too many people think negatively. That's why the likes of us are where we are today.
Now, there's a friend that I haven't seen for a while. Where does that lead to, Sam?
Sauna and massage.
Oh, so that's the only place you can go?
Nowhere else. 15 minutes in the sauna, then a massage.
Right, well, I'll see him later, then. He's an old friend, see.
OK, I'll leave you now. I'll come back later and see if you and Josie need anything. OK. Bye now.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi.
Hiya. I'm Tracy and this is Nikki. We're from across the road. Josie asked us to call in, see if there's anything you wanted.
Nothing, thanks, love.
Is there anything we can do for you?
No, honestly, love, there's nothing. Oh, yes, there is. Could you ring that number for me, please, love? It's my local taxi firm. I need a taxi. I want to get back to my own little home.
Well, what will Josie say?
Oh, let me worry about Josie. Didn't she say get me anything I wanted?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I want. A taxi and a bit of help to get dressed. Please, girls.
Where's the phone?
It's over there, love.
Well, if that's what you want.
That's what I want, love. Just a little bit of peace and quiet. And I'll be as right as rain in no time. Would you pass me case, please, dear?
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Thanks.
He's a friend of mine. If you could just leave us for a moment.
Go easy on the oil.
Ted, it's Barry Grant here. I'm just looking for my wages.
Barry, I've been looking for you.
Oh, is that right? Where do you think I was? Under the bed?
No, honest. The company folded. It wasn't my fault. I was only the PR man, but I did intend finding you. Look, we can do a good deal.
So what's the story then?
Like I said, Mundred's gone under, in liquidation. We can still do a good deal over those shops. I've got plans.
I'm owed a lot of money because of them shops. I owe lots out. You left me in a bad position.
Not as bad a position as I've just been in. No, straight up, honest. We can both come out of this quite nicely. Let me finish up here, then we'll go and have a nice chat over a quiet pint, eh? We've got about 6 weeks to raise that money, and we'll get those shops ourselves for a song.
Do you know, I just can't take you seriously. Get your pants on.
Thanks, girls. You've been great. Oh, don't look so worried. It's not your fault I'm leaving.
What are we going to tell Josie?
Well, tell her I'll ring her. Tell her I'm fine. But don't tell her I've gone home for a rest. It's true, but she might not understand. Thanks. Bye.
What would Josie say?
I haven't got a clue.
Paul's collector will be here in a minute.
Just double checking. Don't want any mistakes. When's our Jeff in?
About 7 o'clock. It's over at Bumpers. I'll get it. If it is her son, it's better I go. Hello? Yes, I know. Sammy, love, we can't go on like this. When? Both of us? All right, next week then. Yes, I'll ask your dad. All right, love. Yeah, bye-bye.
So what was so important? She'd only talk to you?
Well, she's invited us to dinner next week, both of us.
But why didn't she talk to both of us?
Frank, she's made the effort. She's put herself in the position of being turned down.
Well, she won't be disappointed, will she?
Well, I am. I'm disappointed in you. You say you're behaving like this because you love her. Well, you've got a very funny way of showing it. What happens if you get your wish and she leaves him? Do you think she's going to come back here?
She's got nowhere else to go.
Oh, hasn't she? She's got the rest of the wide world to go to, and she's not going to come back here for you to say, I told you so.
I wouldn't.
Well, I'm going. And you can please yourself, but you're wrong, Frank. You're very wrong. Yes, she's our eldest daughter, but she's also a young woman. And she's got the right to choose her own boyfriends, whether you approve or not. I'm going, because if it all falls apart, I want her to know that she can rely on me. How do you think our Jeff and Katie are going to react to this, eh? Suppose they fall for someone who isn't a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant of their own age group and who comes from Liverpool, I tell you how I'd react. I wouldn't tell you. You don't approve. Frank, it's nearly the 21st century. You're acting like you're in the Middle Ages. Frank, you're going to lose the three of them unless you bend a little. Frank, please say you'll come next week and we'll all talk it all through, eh?
Incredible happenings caught on film in life camera action coming up next on Living.
Flaming hell, there's loads of them. Hey, they're all over the place.
Hey, what are you doing? Get out!
Oh, God. I could have had a heart attack then.
I'm trying to have a kip here. Get out!
Oh, God, waking up to that, I could have had a coronary thrombosis. In fact, I think I have. I've got all kinds of pains across my chest and everything.
It's indigestion.
Indigestion, pains like where my arse is, right there. Hey, what does that pain mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that you're cracking my ribs. Get out, will ya?
All right. Look at that. I thought that was Bernard Manning. Look at the resemblance. See?
Tell you what I see, Sinbad. Money. Great, thick, crispy wads of it.
20 minutes now. I just want to dry my hair.
I've got a piece of paper up there.
What for?
Put down 6 by 2, right?
6 by 2 what? Feet, inches, miles.
Feet and masonry nails. We need some masonry nails. Grow more slug pellets and some of them tie things. Do you know what I fancy? Growing an apple tree. I fancy picking my own apples. My Nan Rogers, she used to keep all the cockers out in the wash house. The smell of them at Christmas.
Well, we could get one this morning if you like, down the garden centre.
Good stuff, yeah. And a plum tree. I fancy a plum tree.
Why not? And we could call in at Sammy's on the way back, you know, see if she's in. See what time she wants us on Friday, eh?
You do what you want, Chris.
Oh, Frank!
I'm not talking about it, not now, not tomorrow. I've said all I'm gonna say, right?
All right. Hey, listen, Tomo's bringing his gear round in a bit, right? So I don't know if you're all right where you are or if you fancy the extension. Because if you want to change, you better do it now.
Fancy your room, actually.
You're in my room?
No, I mean the one you're in now. The big one at the front. Your dad's room.
Sorry, it's booked.
Double bed, eh? Eeyore, ask me a question.
What? You mean like what time it is or something?
No, like, I like to sleep in a double bed because that's where I give double value. What type of bed do you like to sleep in? And that question is to number 2.
What?
Unless they give you time to think about it. Yes, they must do, mustn't they? Oh, bet you they let you know the question hours before.
Hey, I hope you're not talking about what I think you're talking about.
What have you seen my face pack?
Pardon?
I had a face pack in here. Egg white, oatmeal and honey. And it was in a white bowl.
What sort of white bowl?
Well, there's not many options, are there? It was bowl-shaped and it was white. And it looked uncannily like that one. Oh, Rod, you haven't.
Oh, hey. How was I supposed to know? Thought it was a pudding.
A pudding?
Hi, Max. Do you want on with that?
Well, I wouldn't mind, thanks, yeah. Thanks.
Going down to garden centre for some of this stuff myself later.
Cost the bomb.
Nice day for a bit of gardening.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't rain.
Still hasn't taken us down, eh? Doing anything about it?
Certainly am.
I'd have lifted down my bare hands if it had been me.
Oh, no, you see, he'd love that. Now, the thing to do is to play him at his own game.
Frank,
Yeah?
I'm ready.
See you, Max.
Cheers.
So are we talking or what?
I am talking. I don't know about you.
About everything under the sun except the one thing that really matters.
I'm not going to argue with you, Chris.
I'd rather row than not talk at all.
I am talking.
Not about Sammy, you're not.
No, because we go round and round, the same old circle, same old arguments, and I've had a belly full of it. Now, if you want to talk, let's talk about something else.
Fine, what do you suggest?
You choose.
Morning.
Morning.
It's interesting. What exactly would you call it?
Load of old doors?
Interesting load of old doors.
Yes, it's the latest architectural design. The demolition site look. Put one in the next edition of Homes and Gardens, they'll be bobbing up all over the country.
Is this your idea or Ron's?
Oh, no, I wouldn't dream up anything so stylish. Absolutely, 100% all his idea.
I'll tell him how much you appreciate it.
Yes, tell him that, will you? Tell him I'm going to make a design feature of it.
Who is it, Dee?
An escaped lunatic. Come in.
No, look, it's not a you, Rhinal, no. Jesus wept. Sorry.
Don't mind me.
Do you want some breakfast?
Had it hours ago, thanks.
Yeah,
Some
a
coffee,
fountain,
then?
yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, like moulded, bronzy concrete thing, yeah. Hiya.
Just checking you're not mistreating my sister. Any news on the shop front?
Hey, don't mention shops to me.
Gone bust.
Don't mention flaming developers either.
The shop developers have gone bust.
Sorry. Yeah, a mannequin P. You know what they have in Belgium?
Do you want some cereal or what? You're such a loving, warm, responsive man, my Ron.
Brilliant. Hey, look, hang on to it, mate, buddy. I'll be down there in 10 minutes, OK? Cheers, thanks a lot. Dee Dee, I found it. Man, a taste and distinction, that is. Recognises a work of art when he sees it.
Could I have a rough clue what we're talking about here?
Me fountain, I found it.
Made up for you. It takes a very unusual talent to lose a fountain.
Not when you've got next-door neighbours like we've got, it doesn't.
What's the matter with him? I like him.
Oh, well, you have to, don't you? That goes with the job, that, doesn't it? All that bull about love thy enemy. I never did understand that, you know. Waste of a good enemy, that is. Rule 1, never consort with the enemy.
Ron, door.
All right, love, come in.
Hiya. Is Mike in?
I don't know, I'll check. Dee Dee, is our Mike about?
No, he's just gone into town. Well, you just missed him, love. Come in.
I just wanted to return this.
Have you met our Derek before?
Yeah, I think so. Bonfire night.
He's my brother.
Hiya.
This is next door neighbour, the nanny. You sit down, I'll just put the kettle on.
Oh, I can't stop.
Oh, don't be soft. Sit down.
Dee, I'm just going to nip up, get some togs on, you know. I want to get down that refuse chip before that fella takes his shines in me mannequin P. Tell you what, though, I'll come back through the estate. Should pick up some good business there, bank holiday.
Bang goes Alton Towers.
So you're consorting with Margaret here from next door, but not with, what's his name, the enemy?
Max.
I'm consorting with everyone.
I've heard.
Taking a notice of him, he was dragged up. Now, this wall business, it's Ron. He's gone completely off his trolley over here.
So's Max.
Well, all I'm getting is the Winston Churchill impressions, if it takes 1,000 years. I mean, I said, Ron, I haven't got 1,000 years. And this is Brookside Close, not the British Empire.
Max is worse.
Oh, don't kid yourself. Hey, why didn't you have a word with him? He's a priest. He's supposed to be good at things like that.
Yeah, with anyone except Ron.
Are you really?
What?
A priest?
Well, it's all right. It's not infectious. So I take it you're a Protestant then, are you?
I don't think I'm anything, really.
What the hell's he doing out there? He's up to something. Dee Dee, come here, quick.
What?
Come here. Here, can you see what this fella's doing? He's definitely up to something out there. He's hammering.
Yeah, he's putting a trellis up.
Maxie, putting a trellis up. Where?
On this wall of yours.
I'll flame and nail him to it.
Looks good, doesn't it? Got a Russian vine there, see? And, Lonnie Sarah.
Max, I'm right here. You don't have to shout. I'm not deaf or blind.
Sorry. Oh, I didn't realise you were watching.
Have you told me Dad about Tomo staying yet?
No. Have you about Nikki?
No.
Well, do you think we should?
Dunno, what you think?
Well, if she keeps on using all the milk, she's not even going to survive the trial period, is she? I'll give me Dad a ring in a couple of weeks.
Hang on, Rod, you were the one who ate all the bread last night eating chip butties. Getting a panic about your gut, eh?
What gut? Hey, is she really going on blind date or something?
I dunno. She's got all the application forms, though.
Do you know what? I never thought I'd see the day when I'd come to feel sorry for our Scylla.
Oh, she's all right, Nikki. She's a good laugh.
I know, yeah. Got 2 females in the house. I thought between you, I might at least see a meal occasionally, you know.
Oh, yeah. Hot pan of scouse bubbling away, slippers in the oven.
Hey, hang on a minute.
Hasn't he heard the doorbells?
What time's well? Oh, the important things first, eh?
Yeah, I've got the rest in the taxi there.
Hiya, Susie.
Hiya. Do you want a hand?
No, I'll get Dad to do it, thanks.
Oh, yeah, cheers.
So, what room am I in then?
We haven't actually talked about rooms, have we?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to have to be the extension, you know.
Oh, I thought I heard someone.
You know Nikki, don't you?
Yeah. All right, Nick.
Hiya.
So does anyone want a coffee without milk or a beer?
Yeah. We're going to have a chat about the milk.
I'll go and clear the taxi first, shall I?
Oh, are you in a taxi?
Yeah.
Have you forgotten all your stuff?
Yeah, I've got a nip back for my clothes.
Oh, I've forgotten my photos. You couldn't give us a lift, could you?
Hey, listen, you know, now we're all here, I think we should sort out a few ground rules first, you know.
Rules?
What kind of rules?
Oh, Rod, that's what I moved out of my dad's house for, to get away from all his stupid rules.
Well, you know, we're all going to have to buy our own milk for a start.
What, and put little labels on them all so we know whose is who? No,
That's what this poxy flatmate of mine had me doing.
All right, will you think of a better idea then?
Look, I'm trying to get away from all that. No music after 11, no women after 12.
Look, Rod, you sit down and make your little list, and I'll go upstairs and put a face on. 2 minutes, right? And then when I come back down, I'll tell you whether I agree or not.
Hey, this is going to be great, this, lad.
Seems they're funny.
What?
You being a priest.
Oh, yeah, I often have a quick laugh about it myself.
No, I mean, you don't look like a priest.
Well, what are priests supposed to look like?
Dunno, never met one before.
They are, then. This is what they look like.
I just never imagined Dee Dee and them to be religious or anything.
The O'Farrells. Hey, come on. You can't get much more religious than a genuine O'Farrell. You look up religion in the dictionary. First definition will give you any O'Farrell.
Not Dee Dee, though.
Dee Dee? Listen, Dee Dee was once a well-brought-up convent girl. That far from taking a veil.
Dee Dee was?
When she was about 14, she had this crush on Sister Mary of the Holy Conception.
Kidding.
Oh, she was stunningly beautiful, Sister Mary of the Conception, you know.
No, I mean, you're kidding about Dee Dee. Nah, it's a wind-up, innit?
Look, would I tell you anything but the absolute truth? Oh, you want to talk to Dee Dee sometime? She's well worth talking to. Well, it's been nice talking to you, again. I like talking to atheists, keeps you on your toes. And I'll, see you again sometime.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
That's very nice, Dad. Tell me he's done a good job there.
Yeah, well,
You'll talk about anything, you won't you? Anything at all. Apple trees, Max's flaming wall, the quickest way to the M62, anything.
Look, it's a nice day, Chris. We're both off work, so let's enjoy it, eh?
Enjoy it! Do you know, sometimes it's like talking to a complete stranger talking to you. It's like that stupid thing there, this great wall that you built around yourself. And you're not letting anybody pass, Frank, are you? Not me, not anybody.
I want this stuff out of here today.
I thought you weren't speaking to me.
I'm not.
Good.
After what you did to me, and I'm lying in me bunk, coughing me lungs up, planning me funeral, but I thought, no, there's me mate Jimmy out there, keeping me customers happy, and all the time you were on the rob.
For someone who is not talking, you are very noisy. Do you know that?
Yeah, well, all this knock-off stuff out of here today, all right?
Knock off? What are you on about? This is your architectural heritage, this, mate. Hey? I am just restoring it to you, that's all. I mean, all this stuff, all this gear, this is what your dukes and your earls and your aldermen have been stashing away for years. Do you know that? Hey? I am just liberating it for the enjoyment of the masses, OK? Never mind, Kevin Costner, I am Robin Hood.
And how did you get this lot in here, eh?
Very, very quietly, that's how. While you were lying in your pit, snoring and begging Meryl, or whatever her name is, to go gentle with you.
Meryl? Who the tosh is Meryl?
I don't know. I don't know what goes on in your sordid little dreams, do I?
And this floor's gonna collapse, you know, and I'm responsible for this floor. And what happens to me when the busies find out that it was my ladders you used to rob this lot?
Rob? You don't rob stuff like this. You find it.
Yeah, at the top of my ladders. My ladders. So now I'm an accessory after the fact, aren't I? And I thought we were supposed to be mates.
Oh, aye. What gave you that idea?
Well, you see, that's my trouble, that is, isn't it? I mean, I'm too affectionate by nature, too trusting. Oh, are you? No knock-off stuff in your flat, oh, are you? And I believed you, didn't I? Everything's strictly kosher, you said.
Look, this is just a temporary arrangement, that's all. Till I've got me buyer sorted out. Oh, come on, look. I'll give you a cut, eh?
I don't want any of your dirty money.
10%.
You're not listening, are you? I want this stuff out of here by dinner time. And while you're at it, you can get your own stuff out as well. And don't bother coming back.
You want all this stuff shifted, fat lad. Then shift it yourself. And don't you try threatening me.
Right, we all ready for the ceremonial planting?
Are you really serious about all this?
Deadly serious. About what?
The plants. I thought you were going to mobilise your round table contacts.
Changed my mind, didn't I? You can't fight madmen with logic, Patricia.
Had the possibility of not fighting him at all ever occurred to you?
What, let him get away with it? Never.
Well, what are you going to do when Ron rips it all down? Which he will do, won't he? The minute he sees you made any kind of financial investment in it.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? I'll have won. £90 well spent.
£90?
More or less.
Which?
Well, slightly.
More?
Marginally.
You spent marginally more than £90 at the garden centre.
Well, mature plants don't come cheap, do they? And I had to get yards of trellis. I got a Russian vine. I got a nice clematis. A pink one. And a fast-growing one, too.
Max, you're out of work, so exactly whose £90 did you just spend?
Oh, I see. Now that I'm not earning, it's all your money now, is it?
Don't change the subject.
Well, then don't rub it in.
Look, we're throwing out at 70-odd quid a month on this kitchen for God knows how long.
And isn't it beautiful? Isn't it a beautiful kitchen?
And you just go and throw away £90 on something that's going to get ripped down.
We can replant it.
Oh, it's no good. I'm going to have to earn more money.
Look, have a biscuit.
What, on the principle that if my mouth's full, I won't be able to say anything you don't want to hear?
Yeah, something like that. Actually, quite nice. What are you?
Don't worry, Max. I'm not even going to mention the word London.
Good.
There are people down there, Max, who are falling over themselves to have me on their team. I'm actually beginning to make a name for myself. But look, here I am, supposed to be a grown-up and independent person, arguing with you over whether I should take the job or not.
I'm not arguing.
Yes, you are.
I haven't said a word.
You didn't have to. Do you know, it's 63 years ago this week since women got the vote. It was in the paper last week. Look how far we've come, about an inch and a half. It's as difficult as ever, worse even. Do you know what it feels like? It's like in those westerns where they tie your arms to one horse and your legs to another and send them both galloping off in different directions. Of course I've got to go to London. It's obvious I have. We need the money. I need the experience. And if I don't go, then I'm deliberately turning my back on any kind of serious promotion ever again. So what's the argument?
You know what the argument is.
I know. Of course I can't go to London. It's obvious I can't. But on the other hand, I can't not go, can I? So what am I supposed to do?
Now have a biscuit. God. Mr. Berlin Wall. What does he want?
Well, just tell him I got me fountain back, will you, love? I know that'll be a great burden off his mind. Hey, Maxie! Can you see that, Maxie, lad, eh? Good, eh? Tell you what, I'll rig you up a couple of spotlights. That way you'll be able to get a really nice view of it out of your bedroom windows. All night.
I wonder if it's deep enough to drown him in.
What do you want for your dinner?
Anything?
Baked beans, soup, cheese?
Anything.
Right, baked beans then.
I prefer soup.
Tomato, oxtail, vegetable, chicken noodle?
Anything.
Choose.
I don't mind. Oxtail. No vegetable.
Good. Do you know what she'll be doing, don't you?
Who?
Sammy.
I don't want to talk about Sammy.
No, or even think about her, all blocked off behind that wall of yours. But I bet you any money she'll be spending every spare moment of this week thinking about you and what she's going to give you to eat on Friday.
Well, she can spare herself the effort, can't she? Because I won't be going.
She'll be thinking to herself, well, I'll give my dad soup for a starter. Because he likes soup, my dad. And I want to do something really special for him. And she'll find a recipe for real homemade vegetable soup. She'll go out and buy all the ingredients specially. Because this meal, it's for you, it's not for me. She can see me anytime. It's to show you that she's all right and to make friends again. And to make you just a tiny bit proud of her because you're her dad and she's only 17 and there she is balancing 2 whole lives, a job and a home and doing it really well. You should be proud to death of her, Frank, because I am.
Oh, bring on the violins, will you, Chris? You don't want me to swallow all that crap, do you? I've told you I'm not going to his house.
Yes, you are. Because if you can block a whole person out of your life, Frank, well, then so can I. And if you're not there on Friday, well, then that's it.
You threatening me or what?
I'm telling you how I feel, that's all. It's a matter of respect, isn't it, whether I can hold on to mine much longer. If you can't do that for your own daughter, well, it's up to you, Frank. Whether this family manages to limp on together or whether we all give up.
Truth or Dare, Russian style, coming up next in Life Camera Action.
Very unusual feature, that, Ron. Whose idea was that?
That, James, is a defensive barricade.
Oh, aye, that bad, is it?
Total segregation. That's what we got here, mate. Separate developments.
Well, you know what you want to do, don't you? Right? You want to do something a bit more permanent, like, right? Now, look, along there, right, yeah? Old Cheshire brick. And across the front here, now I can get loads of those for you, Ron. No problem at all. About that, right? And it just so happens, one of life's funny little coincidences, just so happens I can lay my hands on some very nice stone pilasters.
What?
Miniature pillars to you, Ron.
Oh.
Now, look, be very nice little row of them along there, you know, with the ornamental lanes on the top. And, how's about this? You like this? You like this? A couple of stone gate posts, Ron. Hey, imagine it. Be like one of the entrances to those stately homes, wouldn't it? Dicks and all, you know, and a couple of stone griffins on the top, like. Or, if you prefer, I can do you the very nice line in balls.
I know, Jim, yeah.
No, I've got a pair, actually. Very nice they are, Van, you know, with the ivy leaves on the bottom and that. Very posh. Architectural antiques, mate.
So you're into this heritage racket, are you?
Heritage business, Ron, business, and a very flourishing business it is too, and all I can tell you.
I don't believe, actually. I was reading the paper the other day. It's getting big these days, isn't it?
Big money, mate. There's people up Mossley Hill, right? Woolton Village, you know, all those posh areas. Yeah. They're queuing up for stuff like this, I'll tell you. They're ripping out, like, you know, the proper fireplaces and sticking in these cast iron monstrosities. You know, the sort that your nan used to pay the coal lorry to take away. Ronnie, they are fighting each other to stuff the money in your pockets. And the Yanks, honest to God, Ron, the Yanks, you wouldn't believe them. Yeah, look, I am reading up on the subject. I'm studying it, the architecture.
You couldn't lay your hands on one of them griff things, one of them stone animals for the garden, like, could you?
A griffin, no problem.
Yeah, one of them would do. It's just that Dee Dee's always fancied one, you know, but a proper one, Jay. You know what I mean? The stone, the full business.
Oh, would be one, yeah.
Tell you what, if you nip round the back with us, I'll show you where I want to put it.
Oh, nice one. Here, then. I'll just lock up the van, OK?
Yeah, all right. I'll see you round the back, then.
Hold on a sec.
Listen.
Look, I got the message loud and clear the first time down at the market. I don't know what's wrong with you. 1 minute you can't get enough of me stock, and the next you're giving me down the banks in front of a flaming audience.
Will you stop doing your injured party act for a minute and listen?
Look, it's no act, lady. I am the injured party, believe you me.
Well, mine was.
What?
An act. Mine was. Oh, God, I was trying to get sense of a pile of sheep shearers talking to you. Listen! All that down the market, it wasn't for real. It was to make sure nobody down there made a connection between you and me. Anybody gets the slightest whiff on buying knockoff stock from you, I'm out on my ear. They're really strict down there.
You are joking, aren't you? It's all knock-off down at the market.
Look, if you can get hold of 6 dozen shorts, 6 dozen kids' sweatshirts, assorted sizes before Friday, take the lot off you, same price as before.
Oh, no, it'll be a couple of extra bob this time on the new stuff. Transport costs and all that, come on.
Same deal as before, Sunshine. Take it or leave it.
I'll see what I can do. Hey, but look, is this going to be a regular order or what? Because it's not going to be worth me while if it isn't. I am concentrating my resources on a new line of business altogether now.
Depends on the price, doesn't it? And quality and regularity of supply, boring things like that. But if you play your cards right, only not a word to Mick. You want a regular deal with me, and that's clause 1 in the contract. Mick knows nothing. And clause 2, you don't come down the market when I'm on. And clause 3, if you do, you don't know me.
All right, done.
It's a deal, then?
It's a deal.
Look, all this aggro over Sammy and that. It's been a tough time for all of us, you know.
Not for me, it hasn't. It just hasn't, has it? I mean, it's got nothing to do with me.
Don't you miss it even?
Not really, no. Anyway, I see as much of her now as I did before. Probably more, really, because, like, if I want to talk to her now, I can go and sit down and talk, whereas in our house, she was just past the scenery. You know what was you going to do with it? I was just thinking like that, if I soundproofed it, I wouldn't need no furniture. It'd just be good for listening to music to and that.
Sammy's room?
She's not going to need it, is she? I mean, she's not coming home. Once you've made the move, then.
I don't want to talk about it, son. Not now. So what about you?
What?
How you doing?
Fine.
If you had a problem, you'd come to me, wouldn't you?
What problem?
Well, I don't know, not if you don't tell me.
But I do tell you. I mean, I'm talking to you now.
No, I know. But if you had a serious problem or anything...
I haven't.
I know, but I'd be the first you'd talk to, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know, really, do I?
I tried talking to Sammy. Always seemed to end in a slanging match. Don't know why.
I know it.
Funny. She was closer to your mum than me. I don't know. You love the bones of them. And what happens?
Do you grow up and move away? If to normal. Thought that was what was supposed to happen.
Suppose so. I don't know. I didn't mind, you see. By not having a dad. When I was younger. Well, not really. Don't really remember him. How thin he was. How quiet. My mum always saying, leave your dad alone. But when I was 15 and 16, I really needed someone's. I really wanted... I don't know. If you're going to make any kind of a job of it, being a father, I mean, you need some kind of yardstick. Somebody to model yourself on, to react against. But if you haven't got a dad... So what about Sammy?
What about Sammy?
How are you doing?
Sound. Stepped up all the training. Got to do as much speed work as I can.
So it's okay then?
Pretty good chance. But yeah, I think so.
Decision time, eh? Who's going to be picked for the YTS? Who's going to be dumped?
Haven't slung me out yet, so...
What about your exams? I was never much cop at exams. Got my name right, that was about it. Do you want another one?
No, I'm all right, thanks.
We should do this more often, you know.
What?
Talk. Just you and me.
I'm all right, you know, Dad. You don't have to worry about me.
I know that, son. I know that.
If you want someone to worry about, should be our Katie. She takes it all to heart. All the aggro between you and me mum. But she does miss Sammy. I don't know, she's having a hard time.
One more, eh? Then we get that trellis up.
Right, Jay, how's that?
Nice one, great.
Lovely. Can't wait to see his face.
Who?
Him next door. He only nearly had this off me, you know. Got the council to take it away.
Your fountain?
Yeah, Mad Maxie strikes again.
That's theft, that is, Ronnie. Honest to God, you can't trust some people, can you, like? Nick anything they will.
Dead right it's theft, Jay. That's why the wall went up, you know. Oh, well, do you know what? He reckons he's been dead clever now putting up that trellis with all them plants and that, you know. He reckons I'm going to be that brassed off that I'll go out there, rip it all down just to spite him.
Yeah, but what if he gets the law onto you, though?
Yeah, Maxie? No way. He's all mouth. Tell you what, have a shufty over that fence, will you, Jay? I want him to see this. Anyone there?
Can't see anyone.
Right. Well, let's get this working then. Then I want to rig up a couple of spotlights, because I promised him some outside lighting. And I want him to have a grandstand all-night view from that upstairs window.
God, my feet. Put the kettle on for us, Nick. Okay.
Well, it would do if I could find it. I'll have to boil up some water in a saucepan or something. Oh, wait, Tracy, look at the state of that. Doesn't anyone ever do any washing up in this house?
Hi, girls.
Where's the kettle, you?
It's in the bathroom.
What's it doing there?
I don't know, I didn't ask you.
Great.
Yeah, listen, sorry about all the washing up. I was going to do it after.
Oh, really? After what? Christmas?
It's going to be great, isn't it? The four of us, like. Listen, Nick, you doing anything tonight?
Why? Have you got anything in mind? Oh, Tomo, is that your feet that stink?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It's my socks, you know. Every day on the beat and that.
Oh.
But, you could wash them for me if you like.
Oh, thank you. But I'd rather kill myself.
What are you going to grow up with?
Your mum fancies a rose.
Mum's not all right, is she?
Nothing. Just something between her and me.
And Sammy. Why don't we host this meal on Friday just to please me mum?
It's a matter of principle.
Can you hold this for us? Do you want my honest opinion?
Go on.
You wouldn't like it.
Go ahead.
I think you should definitely go to this meal at Sammy's on Friday night.
No.
Why not? It's no shit off your nose, is it? I told you wouldn't like it.
I said I'm not going, and I'm not going. I'm not backing down now.
Do you want to plant these trees or what?
It's a matter of principle, son.
Yeah, he said. Seems a bit stupid to me, that's all. Some stupid principle stand in the way of your feelings.
Hiya.
Hiya.
All right.
Is that Rod?
Yeah. Is everybody going out tonight? Because we thought we'd stay in, you know, and watch this film, like.
Oh, it's lovely. It's that sad.
What are you two doing tonight? Because I fancy a night in because I am knackered. What are you two doing?
Well, I'm washing my hair, and he is washing his smelly socks.
She's got this thing about my socks, you know.
Isn't anybody going out tonight? All right, then, we'll go out, eh?
Oh, no, I really do feel like it. I've got a bit of a headache. It's a brain rattling around in all that space that does it.
I've got a good idea. If we're all going to stay in, why don't we have a game of cards or something?
Brilliant, we can play strip poker.
Oh, great.
I can't play strip poker. My dad says my face is too transparent.
How about brag or something?
How's that one go?
Hey, look, if we're all staying in, right, I think we need to sort out this rota thing, like who buys the food and that, you know.
Oh, I could do that for you if you like at the supermarket. Honestly, it's no trouble. It's only just down the road.
Diana, if Rod needs anything, he can get it himself.
No, I meant for all of you. I'd really like to. I'll get it.
Hey, keep your eyes off, lad, and put your tongue away you're dribbling. Hey? Eye contact. Don't want to replay the Kirsty business, you know. This one's mine.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Who is he? Small. What are you doing here?
Come to deliver these. Well, I didn't know what else to do. I thought if she's not even going to answer me phone calls.
What phone calls? You never rang.
I rang 2 or 3 times a week. Must be something wrong with your answering machine, then. I thought you were still mad with me, are you? Can I stay for a bit or what?
Sleep.
Fingers crossed. I read in the one about the naughty little train. Seemed to have a pretty soporific effect.
Chuff, 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 said the naughty little train.
Quite.
Yeah, it's a good story, is that? Chuff, 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 as it rattled over the points.
Would you like me to read it to you?
What, in bed?
Max, I've been thinking.
Oh, my God.
No, seriously.
You see, I don't like words like that, you know, seriously and thinking. Why can't we go to words like chuff, chuff, chuff?
This London job is too good an offer to turn down. Nearly double my salary and expenses. No, listen, please. It's only a month's trial. I may hate it down there. They may hate me. Oh, don't look like that, please. It is only a month.
Oh, come on.
It's nothing.
Look, once they've lured you down there, I mean, somebody with your talents, well, they're not going to let you go that easily, are they?
Well, I might not come up to scratch, or I might come up against another Paul Cunningham, another slimy, patronising, impregnated mophead. Anyway, I'll be home every weekend. You'll hardly notice the difference. They're going to put me up at a hotel, Monday to Thursday.
Oh, I see. It's definitely decided then. You've accepted. No, it's just that I thought you might have discussed it with me before you phoned them. The odd, what do you think to this, Max? Or how does this affect you, Max?
Been trying to discuss it with you. You just kept blocking me. Somebody had to make a decision or we'd have just talked round in circles for weeks. And to be honest, I haven't much choice, Max. You're out of work. We've got a mortgage, a new kitchen, an overdraft only slightly smaller than the national debt, Margaret's wages, 2 cars, your ex-wife and a massive monthly maintenance check, 3 kids and a flaming Russian vine to support. Somebody's got to go out and earn some money.
Are you going to cut tonight or what, Rod?
All right, take it easy. Hang on.
Kid.
Right then, I'll finish this later. Do you want a drink or something?
Have you got any orange juice?
I'll have a look.
Are you in or what, Trace?
Cut for us, will you?
And what about your fella?
What are you playing?
Pontoon?
It was odd, that, wasn't it? None of my messages getting through. So am I forgiven then, eh?
Dunno, yeah. Just have to work on it, won't you?
Try it the other way round for a minute.
Pardon?
Well, what if it was you? What if some London firm came and poached you for double your salary and limitless expenses?
Well, they wouldn't, would they? I mean, they'd probably pay me to go away.
But if they did, you wouldn't think twice, would you? You'd just be up and off. Men are so lucky, you wouldn't even feel guilty about it.
I would.
You wouldn't, because that's what men do. It's part of the culture. Men go where the firm says, women up sticks and follow them. Oh, God, Max, I wish I was one of those women who like making jam.
God forbid.
I mean, it's not that the work's more important to me than you and Thomas. Honestly, it isn't. You and Thomas, nothing in the world more important to me, but what I do, and making a success of it, it's what I am. It's me. Can't help it. And if you take that away, nothing left.
That's fine. But why don't you do all that in Liverpool?
Would if I could, honestly.
You know what I think? I think that you've got to get your life and your career into some kind of balance.
Like you have, you mean?
Twist. Twist. Diana,
What?
what do you want, love?
Oh, is it me? Twist. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with figures, mate.
Anything good on the telly while we wait for air?
Hey,
Am I being too slow?
hey, you take your time, love.
Do you want some help?
What, to count up to 21?
Well, I'm really slow with numbers. I was the same at school.
Thought you worked in a shop.
Yeah, a pharmacy.
So how'd you do all the money then?
Well, we've got a computerised till. Does everything for you. Sometimes get muddled with the change, though, don't I?
Yeah. So, you sticking or what?
Sticking? Oh, yeah, I'm stuck.
So it's just you and me then?
Pardon?
You against the banker.
Oh, yeah.
Right, 19, pay 20s.
That's me. Pay me, 21.
23.
No. 5 and 7 is 12, and 6 is 15.
18.
God, what's the point in playing this game if she's going to mess it up every time?
All right, it's only a game, you know.
But it's dead hard concentrating. I've got a lot on my mind.
Oh, really? How can you tell?
Nicky?
Hey, pack it in. We can't all be smart, Alex.
Hey, you, who are you calling a smart Alec? I mean, you've changed your tune, haven't you? From what I heard a couple of weeks ago down a certain pub.
Yeah, well, we all have our off days, don't we? Look, Diana, if I was a bit out of order the other week, I don't know, I probably had a couple too many or something. I just want you to know I'm sorry anyway.
Does anyone want a coffee?
There's no mugs.
It's all right.
They're all dirty.
I'll wash them. Just leave them, will you? I don't mind. I like washing up.
Oh, for God's sake, are you deaf as well? I said leave them.
No, we're not doing any washing up for these, Diana. We're going to make them do it themselves.
All right. I'll do the washing up, and you. Oh, forget it.
Come on, deal.
You all right?
Yeah.
Tell us about something on your mind, then.
Nothing.
You sure?
Honest.
Max, do you want a drink? Max?
Drink?
Oh, my God, we're under fire. Searchlights? Probably in case we tunnel ourselves out and escape. Be guard towers next. Oh, well, 10 out of 10 for good taste, Dixon. Can't fault him on subtlety, can you? Come have a look at this.
Listen to me.
Ow!
Will you just listen to me? Why can't you just say, go ahead, do it. I'm 100% behind you.
Because I'd be lying, that's why.
Well, then lie a little, please, for me.
Why should I? I hate the idea of you going to London. And no, I'm not going to pretend for you just to make you feel better.
You're scared I'm going to have such a good time, I'm never going to want to come back.
If it was a fella, I'd kill him, no problem. But London, bit of success, power, freedom. How do you find that? Ring them up tomorrow. Tell them you changed your mind.
A terrifying tornado and a crumbling glacier. Caught on film in live camera action next.
lift or what? I haven't been washed or anything yet.
Well, Sammy won't mind. What's changed your mind?
Things. You like, it's only a lift. I haven't said I'm going in yet.
Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that, eh? Loads of money. Do you want to have a touch? Do you want to have a feel? Get out of it. It's all mine.
Where's all that from, then?
Where'd you think? Told you to clean up, didn't I, eh?
How much?
More than your greedy little mind could ever imagine, mate.
What, all that money from selling ugly little bits of rubbish?
Hey, architectural antiques. Get your terms right. And I'll tell you something. They're all just lying around everywhere, waiting for the taking. It's like being a chocoholic in Cadbury's, I'm telling you.
It's dead ordinary, isn't it? Vegetable soup.
You spent all afternoon making it.
I know. Could you just run down the shop for me? You could get me a bag of frozen prawns. I could do prawn cocktail.
Oh, that's 10 times more ordinary than homemade vegetable soup. That's really boring prawn cocktail.
Is it?
Anyway, I thought vegetable soup was your dad's favourite.
I just want everything to be all right. I mean, suppose he doesn't come.
Of course he'll come. Does he even like prawns?
I don't know.
Well then.
Oh, God.
Oh, will you just calm down a minute? I can't take this much excitement at my age. Now, what is wrong?
I was supposed to turn the oven up. It was supposed to be up to 200 at 1/4 past.
Well, 10 minutes isn't going to make any difference.
Tim, I've got everything timed to the second.
Hey, now, come on, Squidge. This is not Cook of the Year competition. Your mum and dad are coming round for a meal. Now, will a Minoir be all right?
Don't call me that.
What? Squidge?
No, don't. I'll die.
What am I going to call you then?
Something nice.
You're not going to get away with this, you know.
Oh, I'm doing all right.
No, I mean family gatherings. If I'm going to suffer 2 hours of the family bit for you, well, fair's fair. You can do the same for me, can't you?
You kids?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Tim, I couldn't. I'd be dead embarrassed.
You wouldn't. You're like Chloe. She's a very sharp cookie.
Sharp cookie? What's a sharp cookie?
Chloe is. You'll get on like a house on fire, you two.
Yeah, but what about Adam?
No, you don't have to worry about Adam. He's going through a silent phase at the moment. You have to keep putting a mirror up to his mouth to make sure he's still alive.
Hey, come on. Your mum and dad will be here in a minute, and you still haven't polished the ceilings.
Oh, the oven.
So, is the Minoir all right for your dad?
Is it red?
Of course it's red, you uneducated little savage.
Yeah, but he doesn't drink red. It gives him indigestion. Beer or white wine, sweet wine.
Sweet white wine?
Do you think lasagna will be okay?
Well, I don't know, do I? He's your dad.
Perhaps I should have cooked something a bit more English.
Look, it doesn't matter whether he likes it or not, does it? That's what he's going to get. And if he doesn't like it, well, he can leave it.
I know, but it's just that I really want to see him again.
I'll just stick this in the freezer for 5 minutes.
Stupid, you know, but I really feel nervous.
I expect he does too. I am.
My dad? Never. Hey, promise me, Scout's honour, you won't call me Squidge. Oh, and don't mention your kids. Not in front of me dad, anyway.
Well, I'm not going to lie about them. If the subject comes up, well, I'll talk about them. I'm not going to pretend they don't exist.
Yeah, I know. That'll be them.
Well, go and open the door. Or are you planning on posting their dinner through the letterbox?
Do I look all right?
What are you asking stupid questions for? You look stunning. Go on.
Anyone in the bathroom? Tracy is. She's having a shower. All right.
What are you doing here?
I'm making Tracy an omelette. You want one?
Do you know what? This place is a tip.
That's what I said. So what happened to your rota?
You going out tonight?
Nah, we thought we'd have a nice, quiet evening in. That's all right, Corkill. Don't get your thingies in a twist. There's plenty of room for all of us. Hey, and if you're going upstairs, will you give Tracy a shout for us? Tell her this will be ready in 5 minutes.
Sit down, make yourself comfy.
What about a drink? Chrissy?
Oh, do you have a sherry?
What about you, Mr. Rogers? Sherry?
Yeah, he'd love one, thank you.
Sit down.
Relax.
So, how are you?
Fine. Is work going okay?
Yeah, brilliant.
The place is lovely, isn't it, Frank? Well, we were just saying it's a very nice place you've got here.
Should have seen it before Sammy moved in. I knew where everything was then.
What's that supposed to mean?
The table looks lovely.
Thanks.
Here we are.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Thanks.
So how's work, love?
Same as it was 2 minutes ago, fine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, your dad's bought a trellis?
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Oh, it should be, yeah. And he's bought an apple tree, haven't you, Frank?
Pushing the boat out there, aren't you, Dad? An apple tree?
Oh, he's always wanted an apple tree, haven't you, love?
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
What about some music? What sort of music do you like, Mr. Rogers?
Country and western.
Mamas and the Papas, Beach Boys, Stones, Simon and Garfunkel.
He's got all the old stuff.
Good stuff, you mean? Oh, that's right. Not a decent song written since 1975, eh? Ah, what about this? I bet you haven't heard this.
I think I'll go and see what's happening in the kitchen.
Do you want a hand, love?
No, it's okay. Everything's under control.
So, were you in Liverpool during the 60s, Frank?
Yeah, you support for Jerry Marsden once.
Oh, were you in a band?
Yeah, the Scotty dogs, they were massive and brutal. Oh, no!
What is it?
Nothing.
Go and give her a hand, love. Go on. Go on. Take your sherry with you.
Just slid down. The dish was too hot.
You burnt yourself?
No, what am I going to do?
Put it back in the dish.
I can't.
Why not? Nobody knows the difference.
You will.
I'm not going to tell you, am I? We got a fish slice or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get on with the dish. I've got another fish slice, something flat.
Yeah.
Get on with the dish. There you go. Good as new. Hope your floor's clean.
It's horrible.
Well, I'll be fine. Bit of cheese on the top, stick it on the grill. It's fine. Can't say any fluff, can you?
You done this before or what?
Bit of cheese, nobody know any difference. I got a cloth for the floor.
I'm really glad you came, you know, Dad. It's been ages.
Nearly didn't. I'm not going to pretend with you, son. I haven't changed my mind. I still think you're wrong. And I was dead against coming when your mum put the pressure on me.
Yeah, well, I'm glad she did. I was dying to see her. I've really missed her, you know.
Oh, yeah? Why didn't you come and see me? You know where I live?
Probably the same reason you didn't come and see me.
It wasn't up to me, was it? You're the one in the wrong.
Wrong?
I can't fathom you out anymore. You don't care, do you? You don't care that you're breaking up the entire family.
Oh, come on.
Come on, what?
Breaking up the family?
Well, you don't know, do you? You're not there to see what you're doing. Well, I'll tell you, shall I? Hey? You're breaking our Katie's heart for a start. You've driven the Wester side of the Albadoc between your mum and me.
That's not fair.
What's not fair? I know it's not fair, so what are you going to do about it?
Look, it's got nothing to do with me. What's wrong between you and me mum?
Sam, come on, please.
You always have to put me in the wrong, don't you? Well, look at you.
Look at you. Look at you. 17 years of age, flapping around in some kitchen over some stupid meal. You should be out and enjoying yourself. Sam, I'll do a deal with you. Look, you and me, no more rows, I can't stand this anymore. I just can't bear it. I just want you home.
Am I talking Chinese or double Dutch or something, Dad? What do I have to do to get it through to you? I am home. This is my home now.
Stuff for London?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say anymore. Is there anything I can say to make you change your mind?
Hundreds of things. But the bottom line is, forget how much I want it for me, the bottom line...
The bottom line is I am not moving to London.
The bottom line is I don't really have any choice, do I? Well, I don't, do I?
You think I haven't tried to get a job?
Well, no, I don't think you've made it a #1 priority, no. You could walk into a dozen jobs tomorrow.
But show me one.
Max, you know you could, but you don't really want to, do you? Not yet. Because you quite like the idea of pottering around for a couple of months.
Well, why shouldn't I? I mean, is there a rule anywhere that's written in blood that says that men can't take a couple of months off work so they can have some time with their sons? That they can't just hop off the treadmill and potter? I've got a very well-developed talent for pottering.
All right. OK. So I do want to go to London, and I want it for me. I want to see if I can make it down there. And I want a bit of time to concentrate on what I want to do. I mean, so that I don't have to suddenly think in the middle of a meeting what we're going to have for supper, or whether I've got enough time to write a report and do the ironing. I want it for me. And I know it's selfish, and I know what you think, but I really don't see why the hell I should feel so damn guilty about it all.
Fair enough. Oh. We'll just have to manage that, won't we?
I'm driving.
Well, that was delicious, love. Your dad's favourite?
I know.
I don't know, homemade soup, flowers on the table, you're spoiling us rotten. We were expecting beans on toast, weren't we, Frank?
Not a bad little cook, is she?
Thank you.
How's the lasagna doing?
For God's sake, will you just act normal?
Did you see him? Did you see the way he touched her? He was lucky to have a throat left.
Just calm down, eh? I wonder who that pretty little girl in the photo is there, eh?
What's wrong with him, mate? Can't he get a woman his own age?
Oh, will you give over? And will you just try and talk, say something? Oh, we were just saying, it's a very nice area. How long have you lived here, Tim?
Since the about 4 years.
Oh, we've been in the close for about 4 years, haven't we, Frank? Do you need any help, love?
No, it's all ready.
Oh, that looks marvellous. Is that homemade as well?
Yeah.
You still on the fizzy water, though?
Yeah, thanks. More?
Oh, just about half of that for me, love. I'm on a diet.
Diet? You're on a diet? Oh, you don't need to lose weight.
Help yourself to salad. Thanks, love.
So, you were in a band then, were you?
Yeah, late 60s.
Oh, what kind of music?
R&B, country stuff.
I'll tell you what I was into then. You don't hear of them much anymore, but I thought they were terrific. Spencer Davis Band.
Who?
Peasant. You remember, Keep On Running, Give Me Some Loving, I'm a Man?
I'm a Man wasn't the Spencer Davis group.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. That was Manfred Mann.
Manfred Mann? No.
Listen, I was there.
What?
Spencer Davis, right? Strong love, keep on running, somebody help me.
I'm a Man.
No.
Yeah, 1967, 68.
No, you're wrong.
What does it matter who sang it?
Well, I've got the tape somewhere.
Listen, don't tell me what Spencer Davis recorded. I've got every hit record he ever made, all the original EPs. I'm a Man was Manfred Mann, 1967.
Frank.
What if I got to sit here listening to him tell me a load of crap about the one subject I know something about?
You're wrong.
I'll name you every member of that band if you like. Spencer Davis, rhythm. Pete York, drums. Stevie Winwood, lead guitar, lead vocals, keyboard. Muff Winwood, bass.
For God's sake. That was really lovely of him. I'm just a bit full.
Oh, some more wine, Chrissy.
Thank
you. Is that a hint?
Yeah. It's all right, Mum, don't panic. I mean, I've already had one in the kitchen and look, I'm fine.
Hang on, love, you're supposed to sip it delicately. Savour the bouquet. It's not really used to it. Still strictly an orange juice and water girl, your daughter.
Is that what she's told you, is it?
Dad.
Well, haven't you told him yet? That's not very fair, is it?
Frank, come on, I think it's time we were going.
Hang on, what about the pudding?
Yeah, what about the pudding? What are we having? Cherry trifle, gin blancmange, vodka cheesecake?
Frank, would you get my coat, please?
If you want a relationship to work, Sammy, you've got to be honest with each other.
Your daughter, Mr. Rogers, has always been 100% honest with me. We don't have any secrets, do we, love?
Yeah? Oh, that's great, that. So she's told you, has she? About her drinking?
Dad, will you come on before you do any more damage?
Damage? What do you mean, damage? I'm trying to get things straight here. I'm trying to put this relationship onto an honest footing so everyone knows where they stand. My daughter, Mr. Darby, has a drinking problem. Now, even that is putting a gloss on it. My daughter is an alcoholic.
Is this true? Well, thank you for letting me know in such a caring and sensitive way. I'm sure that's done Sammy a load of good. I begin to see why she's got a drink problem.
You speak to me like that again, I'll smack you!
Frank!
Yes, that's your automatic response to everything, isn't it? If you don't like it, hit it.
I would have told you.
Say goodbye to your father, Sammy. He's leaving.
Frank, what are you doing?
You're coming on with us now!
Ow!
She's not going anywhere like that. Take your hands off.
Shut your mouth, you!
Let her go. I'm stopping here.
You do as you're told. You're not even an adult yet.
What about asking Sammy? Have you ever listened, Mr. Rogers? I mean, actually ever listened to what Sammy has to say?
Don't you tell me how to deal with my daughter. You know nothing about her or me. Nothing.
You just want to ruin everything for me, don't you? Same as always.
I just want you home where you belong.
No. What you want is some little girl who's, say, 10 years old forever, with sandals and white socks and big gooey eyes, thinking, oh, my daddy's the best daddy in the whole wide world. Well, Dad, that's what you want. You don't want me.
Frank, leave it. Come on. Sammy, I'll phone you.
I haven't been that little girl for years. I don't even think I ever was. So you may as well cut your losses now, hadn't you?
Well, that's it then, isn't it?
Hang on, what exactly are we talking about here?
What about you and me moving into Tomo's room?
Be a bit crowded, won't it? 3 of us in one bed.
Are you being deliberately thick or what?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I'm being deliberately thick.
Well, you don't fancy it?
I didn't say that. I just think it's a bit soon for you to be muscling your way into my room, that's all. I like me privacy.
Privacy in this house?
Yes, privacy. Like personal privacy. Like not having to be accountable to anyone. Not having to ask permission for what I want to do. Not having to think of someone else's feelings all the time. I'm just not ready for that yet.
Well, when you tell me when you are.
You just want someone to do your washing and your cooking. Well, I'm sorry, me and Nicky have taken a vow of non-domestication. We're sluts and we're proud of it.
Tom wouldn't mind moving out, you know. Well, swapping rooms, like he said.
You've asked him?
Yeah.
I think you've got a cheek.
Yeah, but you don't get anywhere without a bit of cheek, do you?
And where exactly were you thinking of getting, like?
As far as I can. You've got lovely eyes.
Okay.
Am I going too fast for you?
No.
Am I interrupting something?
No, we were just going.
Down the offie. Do you want anything?
Can I have a word? In private?
I'll just go to the toilet.
Don't be long.
Do you have to be so rude?
What's he doing round here again?
Oh, why, I'm sorry. I didn't know I needed your permission every time I wanted me mates round.
Oh, look, Trace. I don't know how else to say this.
Well, if it's that hard, Rod, don't bother.
Will you just listen a minute? It's bad news, that one.
Not to me, he isn't. Look, Rod, just because you don't like him doesn't mean he's bad news to everyone else. He happens to be very good news. In fact, he could turn out to be the best news ever. I do what I want. I don't need you to tell me how to run my life.
Well, that was brilliant, that was. You're the one who's always sounding off about splitting up the family, and now look what you've gone and done. Frank, the great healer. Do you know, you should have joined the diplomatic service. You'd have been an instant hit. God, you really know how to destroy things, don't you?
Think I'll get a couple of them plastic funnel things tomorrow for me trees. Bit of protection. I went tonight, Chris. He asked me to go and I went, and that's that.
No, that is not that.
Oh, yes, it is. As far as I'm concerned, it is. And some bone meal. I'll get some of that tomorrow. Don't let me forget, will you? And some sand and cement. Must fix that loose mortar.
Do you know when I came in before, right? He stood here making omelettes like he flipping owned the place. And I came down later and he stretched out on the couch like he's Mickey O'Rourke or something.
Doesn't half fancy himself, doesn't he?
So does Tracy. That's the trouble. Fancy him, I mean.
Why don't you tell her?
I've tried. I didn't realise he'd come sniffing round again. I thought if I didn't pass on his messages, you know, he'd get the message. Trouble is, she won't have a word said against him.
Well, just tell her the facts.
What facts? There aren't any.
Just tell her what Davy Hughes and all that on traffic think of him. Tell him that he's a lying, sadistic little swine, and even his own mother pretends to be out when he calls round.
All right. Brought some supplies. Thought we'd feed the starving millions.
Rod, you've been tidying up.
Oh, I know, yeah. It's my job for the week, innit? It's all up there on the wall.
Oh, great, you've done it. Oh, I don't mind that. Get off, I'm trying to find out what my job is for next week.
Yeah, well, I'm showing you now, Nelly. Hey, make yourself at home.
Thanks very much.
What am I going to do apart from smashing his arrogant face in? I'm going to have to do something. Well, she's going to get hurt, you know. Badly hurt.
A farmer is well and truly causing a stink at the bank that mismanaged his account in live camera action next.
What's that?
It's your breakfast.
God for that. Thought it was your rod for a minute.
Here you go.
Got any brown sauce?
Move your feet.
What have I done to deserve this treatment? I thought you weren't going to do any scram for anyone.
I'm not doing any for our Rodney stinking mate, but I'll make an exception for you just this once.
It's like a 5-star hotel, this.
Joking, aren't you? It's like a madhouse.
It's not that bad.
Oh, no. Not if you don't mind overflowing bins, dirty, rotten baths, Nicky's knickers and Tomo's rancid feet.
Oh, yeah, smelt him going out this morning.
So you know what I mean, then?
Well, I'm happy with me couch.
Well, don't get too comfy, because we're fully booked.
Oh, so this is a once-only experience, then?
What do you think?
Well, I was hoping to graduate from the couch one day.
Where to?
The airing cupboard.
That's in my room.
Really?
It's breakfast.
Aren't you having any?
No, some of us have got figures to watch.
I know.
I hope you're talking about mine and not Diana's. I've seen you looking at her legs.
I only have eyes for you. That's sound, this, so.
You're welcome.
Got many bookings this morning?
Yeah, I've got loads later. I'll have to get off soon.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
No.
Good. Come here and tuck us in
Go
again.
away.
Get off you, I'm in me knack here.
They're horrible, then. Why don't you wear boxer shorts?
Who says my undies have got anything to do with you anyway?
Because
eh?
they're horrible,
Hey,
that's
come on,
why.
who says? Who says? Oh, morning, Rod. Perfect timing as usual.
Thought you were having a lie-in, Rod.
Well, we don't all waste our days off lying round doing nothing.
Thought that's what our days off were for.
The other two clowns got off to work, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Has he moved in here now or not?
We got home late last night. Mark was over the limit and he couldn't drive home.
Don't suppose there's any breakfast left for me, is there?
You've missed the first sitting, mate.
Have I?
Of course, there's food in the fridge.
Doesn't matter. I'm going for the paper anyway.
See ya.
Bye.
Face on our Rod.
Somebody got off the wrong side of his couch this morning. Come here.
Get off!
Oh, come on, Trace. Come here.
Hiya.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, if a spoon's practice, isn't it?
Sorry.
You thinking of growing a beard?
Not much point shaving, is there? No job to go to. No Patricia. No one to kiss.
Been up long?
Yeah, I went for a stroll and, bought the paper.
I thought you would have been enjoying being a gentleman of leisure for a few days.
Well, I'm used to an early start.
Why don't you go back to bed?
Got far too much to do.
It'll seem like a long day.
Oh, calls to make, letters to write, job application forms to fill in. Got that wall to maintain.
So you don't think you'll get bored?
Well, me? Never.
Good. I'll just take Thomas's breakfast anyway.
Well, I can do that if you want.
No, you're all right.
No, I tell you what, why don't you enjoy your breakfast first for a change?
It's okay, leave it to me.
I insist.
So do I.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I expect you'll get loads of time to spend with him over the next few weeks.
Well, I shouldn't think I'll be a gentleman of leisure for too long.
No, you know what I mean.
Be nice to be a full-time father for a bit.
Mr. Dad.
Think I'd make a good house husband, do you?
I don't know.
Well, it could be to your advantage.
What do you mean?
Well, how do you fancy a day off this week?
Brilliant, yeah.
Wednesday?
The whole day.
No, not the whole day. How about the rest of the week?
Are you sure?
Quick, say yes before I change my mind.
Great, I'll be able to go and visit my mum.
Good. Whilst me and my son get down to some serious male bonding.
Right then, I'll go and take him up his breakfast.
All right, then. I'll finish the crossword.
Who are you? You must be Sue.
Must I?
Couldn't find Radio 1 on that to save me life.
Well, I never have any trouble. Who did you say you were?
Oh, Carla.
And what are you doing in my kitchen eating my yoghurt, Carla, if you don't mind me asking?
Sorry, I came back with Barry last night.
I see.
Tell me all about you and your fella. Are we staying with you and that?
Yeah, he's the lodger.
Barry, Roger the lodger.
Yeah, daft, isn't it?
Not a bad little house, this.
Yeah, well, it suits us, Carla, most of the time.
You haven't got any melon, have you? I'm starving. I could eat a horse with a scabby head.
Really?
Only I can't because I'm a veggie. Well, I don't care really, I only do it to get on my dad's nerves.
Sorry, I haven't.
Haven't what?
Got any melon?
Well, if it isn't Roger.
Who's this Roger fella?
Just a joke between me and Sue.
All right.
Thought you were keeping the beds warm while I got some breakfast.
Well, I got lonely.
How about a lion?
Well, don't you think you should get to know Sue a little bit better first?
Oh, don't mind me.
I feel as though I know you already.
Oh?
Yeah, well, I filled in a few details, didn't I, you know?
That was nice of you.
I think your fella's really brave going through all that for you.
What are you talking about? I only met you 2 minutes ago.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy. Just all those tests. I really hope you managed to have another baby.
Barry has been filling in some details.
Yeah, well, I hope you don't mind, you know. I would just explain to Carl about the fact that, well, you'd had one baby and that you wouldn't mind another, but, said he's got a few little, you know, problems, like.
Why should I mind?
I wouldn't thank you for a baby myself.
Some women wouldn't.
I've heard it's like passing a torpedo.
Yeah, well, I think it depends who's done the job in the first place, Carl, you know what I mean?
Who asked you?
Well, giving birth was the easiest thing about Danny.
It's not my idea of fun.
Well, Sue's not really into fun either, are you, love?
No, I don't suppose I am, Barry.
Speak for yourself.
Right, better get going. I'm going to be late for work.
Oh, do my head in if I had to get up for work every day.
Yeah, but Sue enjoys a bit of hardship, don't you, Sue?
Yeah, like Barry enjoys a good joke.
All right.
Hello, handsome.
I'm off. Bye, love.
You going already?
Bye-bye, Carla.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, Sue.
What are you doing that now for?
Well, why not?
Shouldn't you be revising for your exams?
It's only crafts.
And you should be on your way to school by now, shouldn't you?
All right. Anyway, if I don't know it now, I never will.
Do you know it?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't get muck all over that shirt. I find it specially for you for today.
Having a clean shirt isn't going to help me pass anything.
When did you become a member of the boot room staff, Katie?
Just not my brother.
Oh, are you now?
Well, I haven't got a sister to help anymore, have I?
Well, hurry up and finish. Come on, your breakfast is nearly ready.
Is my dad making it?
Yes, he is.
I'm not hungry.
I'll have it.
Club up, gang.
Nice one.
What is it?
Bacon butties.
Oh, Sam, it don't matter. You have to play for them.
Can't beat a good bacon butty.
Yeah, but I'm not hungry.
Yeah, come on, Chris.
I suppose so.
Hope you've cleaned it there from under your studs there, son.
Couldn't find a spanner.
It's no good putting a shine on them if they're dirty underneath.
He's got more important things to think about than football studs.
Yeah, like exams.
Only do your best, can't you, son?
They are important, these exams.
I know, I've done tests before, you know. What one have you got today?
It's his craft and design GCSE.
Not nervous, are you?
A bit, yeah. But I reckon it's my best one, so...
There you go, don't worry about it if you're busy.
Come on, see, not to worry about it.
I remember Sammy was dead worried about her exams.
If I get a chance before this run starts tomorrow, I go and look at some wallpaper.
Why?
Might decorate our room. Might have a go at the spare bedroom too. Seems we don't need it for anything.
Oh, yeah? Wasn't expecting to see you back so soon.
Anything good on there?
Depends what you're into.
I don't mind it.
Beautiful self.
You got me there. Still haven't grown out my beautiful Bob Dylan collection.
It's like in the dance stuff.
I was never much cop at discos. I was always told I moved in mysterious ways.
I thought you were one of these right-on priests.
Well, Simon's as about as right on as I can.
That's not bad. I liked his last album.
So you're a big music fan then, eh?
Yeah, I'm into all sorts, really. An old friend of mine used to be a big heavy metal freak. I even got into that for a bit.
It's amazing what you do to please a boyfriend, isn't it?
Yeah. Kieran was a bit of a smell.
Kieran. Good Catholic name for a heavy rocker, that.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I couldn't detect any signs of life in the funhouse next door, and you're the only one who's kept diplomatic relations with the Dixons, could you tell them I called?
Any message?
Just tell them I paid him a visit. Although, you could tell Ron to do something with his side of the Great Divide. He's being shown up by the neighbours.
Will they? Got time for a coffee?
Got some people to see. Have to take a rain check.
Yeah, next time.
Who's that?
It's Dee Dee's brother. There's no one in next door.
Well, what's that got to do with us?
He just wanted me to leave a message for him, that's all.
Haven't you noticed this subtle addition to our landscape garden?
What?
Dixon put this up, and until he takes it down, the lot of them, including brothers, sisters, second aunts twice removed, are very much personae non grata.
You don't even know him.
He's a Dixon.
But it's a good laugh.
He's a Dixon.
Well, he hasn't got anything to do with the fence.
Ever heard of guilt by association?
But
he's a Dixon!
No, he's not. His surname's O'Farrell, actually.
So what do you reckon, Nance, eh? What about? About Carla? She's fit. But I thought you were going up in the world. I am. With her? Her name's Casey. So? There's a butcher. Casey's Butchers. Exactly. He's got about 30 shops around Liverpool, him, hasn't he? And one fit daughter. Now, she's a bit nosy, though, isn't she? Do you reckon? Did you have to tell her about me and Sue in the hospital and all that, eh? Oh, Terry, that was just pillow talk. I mean, you know the dance, mate. Well, she's been quizzing me all morning, telling me how brave I am. Look at that.
That's better. Hey, there's a letter here for you, Teddy.
Well, let's have it then.
It's got one of them Aussie postmarks on it. Must be about you. You know, your tests.
Give us it then.
Like you're excited.
Yeah. I think I'll open it later. Do you want a cup of tea or anything, Carla?
Yeah, all right. What are you doing?
Just trying to help out.
Well, you were there all night doing them like that. Come here.
I think I'm out of practice with all this.
That's what you've got me for.
Is Thomas all right?
Yeah, he's a bit restless. I think he's missing his mum.
Well, he's not the only one.
Is Patricia wrong?
Yeah, while you're upstairs, she's holed up in some anonymous hotel somewhere.
I bet he's dead posh.
But it's not home, though, is it?
She's homesick, yeah.
Not as sick as I am that she's away.
Oh, she'll be back at weekend.
Hmm.
I mean, you've got to go where the work takes you, haven't you? I did.
Oldham's a lot nearer than London.
Yeah, but she had to take the opportunity. I mean, especially with you being...
Me being jobless, you mean? Well, I don't think that will be for very long.
And neither will Patricia being away.
You see, I've always believed that you should work to live, not live to work. I mean, I'm a Sunday dad to 2 kids already. Don't want to be a weekend husband as well. Coffee?
Yeah, please.
It's mad, isn't it? I mean, we can't even have a conversation about the test in case she comes bouncing in.
Well, there's no point whispering. Your sperm test's on Friday. She probably knows already.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just glad I'm going out tonight.
Oh, that's not fair.
I know life isn't.
Do you have to go out tonight?
I told you last week it's Fran's birthday. The whole office will be there. The meal's been planned for ages.
Just means I'm going to be stuck in with Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, and Dan, you remember.
Yeah, no, I'm not having a go at you.
Yeah, you just don't want me to go out.
Of course I do. I made up you're making new friends at work. I love seeing you get yourself new gear and that. It's just them two.
Have you got anything nice in to eat? I'm starving.
Certainly got a good appetite, haven't you, Carla?
Yeah, she likes eating as well. Hey, Carla, come on, just sit down for a minute.
Right, I better finish doing my hair.
Oh, are you going out?
No, she just gets dressed up, you know, to sit round the house, like.
Why not? I would.
Oh, would you? Hey, Terry, less of that, please.
I like your blouse, Sue.
Oh, thanks.
I had one like that myself.
Really?
Yeah, it was last year sometime.
Like I said, better get ready. I'm going to be late.
We couldn't have that, could we?
I'll leave you two lovebirds together.
You know what? I'm sick of this.
What?
Tomo filling our fridge with his ale.
Yeah, well, it's Tomo's fridge and all now, you know.
We can't keep it in his room.
Hey, I'll have a can if there's one going.
Hey, it's Tomo's ale, that.
It's in our fridge. It's ours.
Well, I'll have one if he's having one.
So, where's the beautiful Diana tonight?
It's her auntie's birthday. She's gone round with her dad.
She all right?
Dunno. I think she's got something on her mind, you know.
So she's not coming round tonight, then?
No.
So you're not going out, then?
No. Are you?
I don't know.
Well, I've been out all day already.
Doesn't look like we're going out, then.
Suppose not.
We could all stay in together, then.
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Is he still polishing that car?
Yeah, I know.
He's been doing it for about 2 hours.
You know, paint left.
I'm sick of him being so happy all day. He's only pretending.
It's best than being moaned at.
Aren't you bothered about our Sammy?
What about it?
Not me dad ignoring you when you mention a name.
I haven't mentioned a name.
Not you, Divvy, any of us, and calling her bedroom a spare room.
Well, this, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's our Sammy's room.
You're weird, you.
I've worked up a right appetite on this car.
Oh, take no notice of him. He's been standing here moaning to me for half an hour about the Dixon's wall.
Well, it's all his show, isn't it? Let's max it on and get their act together.
Fish and chips 4 times, anyone?
Yeah, I'll take them in.
Hey, I hope you got yourself double fish, Jeff. That's brain food, you know.
Not having that, are you, son? Did all right in your test today, didn't you?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, but that's only one out of the way.
Anyway, it's steak you should be ordering, not fish. You need building up if Sammy to take you on.
I thought we weren't going to mention Tranmere till these exams were finished with him.
You could hear from them any time.
Yeah, but these exams are still important.
Oh, anyone can take an exam. There's not many kids can stick a 30-yard overhead kick into the onion bag.
Look, everything's important. The football, the exams, me fish and chips, the lot. I'm getting me tea.
Are you definitely sure this is all right?
Max's word is his bond.
Brilliant. My mum will be made up.
Well, we aim to please.
Writing to a friend?
No, it's a colleague more like. Just putting the feelers out for work.
Good.
But it can wait. So, what are you going to do back in sunny old Oldham?
Oh, slob around mainly, see a few mates and that.
Oh, well, sounds good enough to me. Right, cab's here. Better get off.
See you Friday then.
Right, have a good time.
I will.
Hello. Ah, Susanna, what's wrong? Well, there's always something wrong, isn't there? Yes, I always like to see my kids. Why? Where are you going? How long for? Fine, no, there's no problem. We'll drop them off on Wednesday morning. See you then. Well,
But that's garbage, that. You don't know what you're on about.
I want to suppose you do you, yeah?
Yeah, I do. The cup final's on Saturday, isn't it, right? 80,000 people, all bladdered, half them on the rob. Now, how many of us is it going to take to keep a crew like that under control?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. So if we're not there, it doesn't get played and the whole thing falls apart.
So?
So I say we've got the right to tell these clubs what the score is. You know, when they should play the replays, when there should be penalties, the lot.
You'll be wanting to say the result next.
That's not a bad idea.
I want to suppose you'd have the players arrested for dodgy tackles and all, would you, yeah?
Well, if it could cause fighting on the terraces, yeah.
No. I've been to 4 FA Cup finals, right, in the last 7 years as an Evertonian. The game doesn't belong to some gang of MPs or a chief constable. It belongs to the supporters. Do you know that?
Listen to the Bobby on the beat, eh? Man of the people.
Speed freak.
Oh, this is fabulous, isn't it? 2 of the most boring subjects in the world. Football and police work.
Yeah, well, I didn't bring it up.
What the... Wait! Come here. Come here. Go on, start running, and I'll give you an head start. And you find out what happens when I catch you. Because guess what? I'm a copper, so I can do anything I like. Right, what's the score? I caught this trying to get into my car.
Little divvy, what do you want to do, take him in or what?
Nah, why don't we just take him apart?
Don't talk soft. Hey, Mark, what are you doing to?
This your robbing hand, isn't it? Won't be much good to you broken, will it?
Hey, pack it in, Mark. I said pack it in.
Go on, get lost.
We're just kids. A little telling off would have done. You're well out of order, you.
Who says?
I do. Do you know what? I'm getting sick of you.
What's going on?
Nothing, just two scowies on the rob.
Where are they now?
Halfway home.
Come on, let's go in.
Panic over. No problems, eh, Rod?
A motorbike demolition derby coming up next in live camera action.